Hi, boys and girls. Today's learning goal says, I can write a closure for my Florida Friend report. What is a closure? I know we've talked about it before when we've learned writing in the past, but I can't really remember. Well, a closure is a way to wrap up your writing so the reader knows you are done. You might be asking yourself, well, I don't really know how to wrap up my writing. What are some ways I can do that, Ms. Stapp? Well, there are two ways to close, boys and girls. One way to close is to summarize. You can remind the reader of what you taught them. Another way to close is to do a next step. Tell the reader how to find out even more information about your Florida friend. You've already read this page out of the book, Baby Animals in Wetland Habitats. I'll reread this page for you in case you forgot the information. And then we're going to look at how this author organized their report on cold bodies, how they did their introduction, their details, and how they wrapped it up with their closure. Read along with me. Cold bodies. Some wetland animals spend most of their time in the water. Frogs, turtles, alligators, and crocodiles come out of the water to bask or sunbathe. They are cold-blooded animals. Cold-blooded animals need to warm their bodies in the sun. They cannot heat their bodies from the inside the way warm-blooded animals can. Turtles can be found in wetland habitats. And then we have some text features. You have some photographs here with some captions that tell you about the picture. This caption, these adult and baby turtles are basking on a rock in the water. This caption for the alligator photo says, this baby alligator has found a sunny spot for basking among some plants. And lastly, this caption for this photograph says, this young frog is basking on a lily pad. Part of its body is keeping cool in the water. Now that we've reread our page, boys and girls, let's think back to our learning goal. How do we write a closure? Well, let's look at how this author structured their report. Their introduction is here. Some wetland animals spend most of their time in the water. So we know this section is going to be about how they spend time in their water. Here's where the author has all the details and fun facts, just like you have with your report. Now the last part of your report is what our video today is all about, the closure. The closure the author used for this page is right here where the star is. Turtles can be found in wetland habitats. Did the author summarize what we've learned, or did they tell us where we could find more information? What do you think? I think they kind of did a little bit of both, right? They told us, they reminded us we were learning about turtles in the wetland habitats, and then they told us where we could find more information because guess what? If we went out to a wetland habitat, we would find out more about turtles. So this author kind of did both ways in one. Now I'm going to think back to my report on the alligator because that's what I've been writing about, and I want to wrap it up on this page in my Ranger Journal. I can summarize, remind the reader of what I taught them. So, for example, one sentence I might want to use would be, now that you've learned more about alligators, look for them next time you are on the boardwalk. So I reminded my reader of what I taught them about, all about alligators on the boardwalk. What was that other way I could wrap it up? Oh yes, tell a next step. I could tell the reader how to find out even more information about my Florida friend. I might use a sentence like this. To learn more, visit your local library and read books about alligators, or go online and research alligators. Would that wrap up my writing and let my reader know where they could find more information? Absolutely. Boys and girls, I think you can do this and you're going to do a great job. Remember, today you learned how to write a closure for your Florida Friend report.